on behalf of the Election Planning Committee for Rathika Sitsa Basin, it's an honor to welcome all of you. And we are the part to make the history here. And we have got some guests, and we are going to ask them to speak a few words. First, I would like to invite Adam Jimroni to say a few words.
Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. It's very exciting to be here because this election is, well, it started for, it seemed like no reason, going back a couple of weeks ago when Parliament just didn't seem to work. The government refused to work with the opposition. You know, for example, they met with the NDP about a month ago around the budget issue. That meeting apparently lasted about 5 minutes when they said, we're not prepared to talk about any compromises. And you know, when you're working in a minority government, as we've seen with Jack Layton, you've got to work together. There's a need to compromise. Jack's been doing that over the last couple of years, trying to put out ideas, and it just hasn't worked. The Conservatives started off being a little willing to talk, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, it's their way or the highway. And I'll tell you, when you only have about support from 40% of the electorate, like in the last election, that's not democracy. You need to work with the other political parties. And this election here in Scarborough is an opportunity to send some new, fresh people with really strong ideas. And Rathika is one of those people here in the Scarborough where we have an opportunity with the MP deciding not to run again. There's a real opportunity, having been a candidate federally in places running against incumbents. I'll tell you, it's a tough battle. But once you get rid of an incumbent, the whole sort of landscape changes. And that's what happened here a couple weeks ago, or I guess last week, was it? Or
this Monday.
This Monday. I know it was like only a little time ago when the whole landscape changed here with the MP deciding not to run. And you know, you look at the federal leaders out there talking, and Jack Layton is the one who's actually talking about ideas that really matter. Here in Scarborough, there are real challenges we have as a city. We've got challenges with public transit, obviously something very important for me. We've got challenges with people wanting access to good healthcare, education, and the NDP has consistently spoke up for what mattered to regular people. And it also matters who we have as a local candidate. Your MP can make a difference. You know, if you think about who you know in the House of Commons, you don't know most of the 308 MPs. They're not active out there pushing day in and day out. And what you get with NDP MPs is a strong voice, people who are out there speaking locally for the issues that matter to people and taking a stand nationally on issues. And I think, you know, Rathika, I've been out here in Scarborough a couple times, going back almost a year and a half. Here's somebody who has worked hard to get out, to get known, you know, started relatively with very little together, pulled a whole team together, and we're here today in the first week of an election with another 5 weeks to go, and this riding is very interesting. It's got some very big challenges, but it also has some real opportunities. And so I want to thank you very much for coming out today. We've got a lot of work to do together. We can elect Rathika here in Scarborough Rouge River. If we get out, you go talk to people. There's lots of different ways, however you want to do it. You want to knock on doors, you want to use social media, you want to call people, put up signs. All of these things happen. Maybe you have a little bit of money to give. I'm sure that won't be declined. It's important. Elections need money, but they also need people. And that's the most important. So by coming here today, some of you may have rushed here after the cricket game. However, you know, coming together is really critically important. So anyway, I just want to thank you all, and good luck here in Scarborough Rouge River. I know this is going to be a tough 5 weeks. Having been a candidate, I know what it's like. But with all of you people coming out, helping, you know, giving moral support, it's possible to make something happen here. So I hope to see you over the next 5 weeks.